Welcome back to MLB Now. I'm Robert Flores, joined by Ken Rosenthal and Al Leiter. We're kicking off 2020 Managers Week, powered by Citrix, with the skipper of the Baltimore Orioles, Brandon Hyde. Brandon, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Doing great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well, Brandon, your team was 25-35 last season. Clearly progress in a lot of areas for your team, but how do you put into context what transpired, considering just how unusual 2020 was?
Well, it was extremely unusual, obviously, and really proud of how our team, our organization, everybody handled it. I was happy with how our team played, especially the first 40 games. I thought our guys were really competitive. You know, our division is very, very challenging, and playing the National League East also, it was a tough schedule. But I thought our guys handled it well. We really stayed competitive up until the last few games of the season. And I thought we took a lot of big strides going forward with our young players, Mountcastle, Kramer, Aiken, those type of guys, what they did the last 30 games. So I think that it was positive from that standpoint.
Brandon, Trey Mancini missed the entire season recovering from colon cancer. How is he doing, and what are your expectations of him for 2021?
He's doing wonderful, Ken. Thanks for asking about him. He's really doing well. And I've talked to him periodically. I got a video that they sent me a couple weeks ago. Our strength coach went and visited him, and he looks exactly the same. He's strong. He feels great. So I'm really can't wait to see him in February, and expect him to be full going. It's for spring training.
Brandon, it's Al here. You mentioned about Means and Kramer and Aiken. I'm just curious, pitching wins, that's where my heart is, and certainly some of the younger guys look pretty good. Tell us more about those guys.
Well, I thought that was one of our big steps forward last year. Was we were able to stay in games a lot better than 2019. I thought our bullpen really improved, but we got more length out of our starters. And John Means didn't start off the year well, but his last handful of starts was really good. Picking up Jorge Lopez off waivers, he threw the ball well. Also beat a couple really good clubs. And then we had Kramer and Aiken come from our system and faced American League East clubs, teams that were vying for postseason and trying to win as many games as they could at the end. They both threw the ball really well against our division. So I'm excited about our starters. I think our bullpen guys took a huge step forward last year. We were not very good in the bullpen the year before, and we had a lot of our guys back and really make a lot of improvements. Even after we lost Castro, Givens, Blyer, we had guys step up. We had young guys get opportunity and did a nice job getting outs.
Brandon, defense goes hand in hand with pitching, of course. You guys traded your shortstop, Jose Iglesias, to the Angels. What are you going to do with that position?
Well, I know our front office is working hard on replacing Iggy. Iggy was awesome in so many ways, not just on the field, in the clubhouse. I've known Iggy for a long time, back to when he first got here in the fall league in 2009. So the relationship there, and it's continued, and we're very, very close. So tough to see him go. He did so much for our club last year. What an offensive year he had, and his numbers might have been even better if he was playing with two legs. He was really playing with a pulled quad the entire 60 games. So be able to manage that, still want to be in there, still contribute. He's one of my favorites. So to replace him is going to be difficult, but I know our front office guys are we're diving into it right now, and looking forward to getting a shortstop here for next season.
Hey, Brandon, just looking at your organization and your front office doing a nice job building the minor leagues. You have 5 prospects in the top 100, but I'm curious, and it's an assumption that we have a full season. Adley Rutschman, second pick overall a couple years ago, big prospect catcher. Where do you see him in the mix? Is he in the mix for next year? A guy like Grayson Rodriguez or DL Hall? You have some good arms coming up as well.
Yeah, we do. We're excited about our farm system. I was fortunate enough to see the last handful of days here in Instructional League after our season was over, and really, really impressed with what we have coming. Our guys did a really nice job at the secondary site. Adley was there at Spring Training 2.0 with us, went to the secondary site, and then continued with an instructional league, trying to get him as many at bats as possible. Really a tough year for development, obviously, with the lack of the minor league season. So I'm not sure where our front office is with when the timetable is with Adley, but I do know that he is improving daily. We got as much work as we possibly could with him in this past year. And like you said, those other two pitchers, DL and Grayson, we're real excited about those guys as well as others. I think we have a nice pipeline coming. Mike and the front office did a really good job of redoing our system and getting as much talent in here as possible. They're continuing to still do that. And I think that if you went out and watched our instructional league, you'd be really impressed with the talent that we have on the way.
Well, Brandon, one young player that has already had success at the big level is Ryan Mountcastle, who finished in the top 10 in American League Rookie of the Year voting. What were your impressions of him in the time that you spent with him in 2020?
Yeah, Ryan came at the last half of the year. He's had a great year. He was, kind of hit him down in the order early to kind of try to take some pressure off him. And this guy was getting 2 hits a game and driving the baseball. And I love his athleticism. He can really run. Did a nice job in left field. Kind of a new position for him. Something that we started working on in 2019, carried it into 2020. So he did a nice job in left and put up big numbers. This guy's got power to all fields. Like I said, he can run. So he gets a lot of infield type singles, puts a lot of pressure on defense. I loved his plate discipline. That was something that I hadn't seen really in spring training. Something we had talked about him working on at the secondary site when we broke, as well as from the year before. He took that to heart and did a great job. Swung at strikes, got hitters counts a lot. So it was for a 23-year-old kid playing in the American League East for the first time against pennant, teams trying to get to the pennant every single year. I thought it was a really, really impressive offensive month.
Brandon, we appreciate you spending some time with us. Happy holidays and continued success. We love to see success in that great baseball city of Baltimore.